Hi there. So, questions for you. Did you just have a baby? Well, congratulations. Do you feel tired? Are you crying a lot? Do you feel burnt out? Do you feel like you can't do life? Do you feel like this is not fun? Do you feel unhappy? Do you feel like you can't go to work? Do you feel like you're going crazy?
If you answered yes.
You're not crazy, but you might have postpartum anxiety and depression. Hi, you guys. My name is Shamika. I am a licensed massage therapist, small business entrepreneur, and rising herbalist. And in today's video, I am going to be giving you guys my experience on dealing with postpartum anxiety and depression, how I got through it, and some encouraging tips that I will give to you. If this sounds like something that is interesting to you, of course, thank you for being here, and I hope this helps you. So, what is postpartum anxiety and depression? Well, you will find a lot of people describe it differently out in the world, and you can even Google it and look up different definitions of what postpartum depression is. But I just wanted to go ahead and give you my definition. It's a general definition of what it is, just to kind of give you an idea in case you do not know. Postpartum anxiety and depression is when something hormonally changes in your body and it causes you to experience different emotions. It impacts your stress levels, and as a result of it, you feel debilitated and you have no energy. You're kind of like depleted, and you just don't know how to deal with life. And that is how I felt after my second child in 2020. So just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory of, my journey and, why I'm talking about this today, I have two very beautiful children. And the first pregnancy that I experienced, I did not experience any of the emotions that I'm going to get into. But my second child, whenever I delivered my second child, I experienced all of these emotions and did not know really how to move forward in them. So just to go ahead and get into it, the feelings that I felt after my second child varies for people, but I had anxiety, I felt hopelessness, I was very fatigued, and I just didn't feel happy, like just overall unhappy. And one of the things that I used to tell myself, which looking back at it now, I can kind of say it with very, 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 I guess you can say empathetic feelings, is I have a lot of things that are happening in my life that I should be grateful for, but why am I not happy? Why am I not happy? That was the question that I had. And, it got to a point where it was unbearable. I called out of work a lot. I would go to work and I couldn't stay at work, so I would leave work early. I wouldn't want to get up out of bed. I would wake up and I would just lie there. I would sleep a lot. And of course, it progressed to the point where I was irritable, you name it. So because I was starting to have these emotions and I wasn't really sure what to do about them, I did go to the doctor about it. And whenever I went to the doctor, I expressed what I was feeling. I told them I was very irritable. I told them that I was always tired. I told them that I couldn't focus. It was very hard for me to deal with life. And they basically told me that it sounds like I'm okay. It sounds like I'll be able to get through it. They didn't see anything that I was telling them being so severe to the point where I couldn't go to work, or, I just needed extra help. It wasn't until I started talking to my counselor and I started to express, to her how I was feeling, and, that I just felt very, very depleted and very unhappy, She was the one that put in the referral for me to talk to a doctor about being put on an antidepressant. So I went to the doctor after her referral, and they put me on an antidepressant, and they basically told me, hey, if you start to feel worse, if your symptoms start to get worse, let us know and we'll put you on a different antidepressant. And at that time, I had a problem with going through different prescription medications. I felt like it would have an effect on my body that I wouldn't like. So whenever they told me that the first prescription that I was on may not work for me and that I should come back if it doesn't, I evaluated how I felt on that prescription that they put me on, and when I realized it wasn't helping, I unfortunately, and I'm not advising you guys to do this, but I didn't listen to my doctor. I quit cold turkey. I did not wean myself off. After I realized I did not like taking this medicine, I stopped taking it. And during those times, like after I stopped taking my medicine and I was just like, I don't know how to deal with this, it's here. I had to practice a lot of mindfulness. I leaned on my resources. I leaned on my support. I didn't have much support whenever I had both my children, but the support that I did have, I made sure that I used that support when available. So whenever I had someone that could watch my kids for me, I would take that ability. As long as that was someone that I trusted, of course, I felt like there was nothing wrong with that. And I would also take advantage of different things that I had at work. If I had like options to take PTO, if I had options to take FMLA, if I had options to do those things, I would make sure that I utilized my resources. I also made sure I took care of myself in ways like taking supplements, looking into alternative medicine. That leads me into the next thing that I'm going to mention to you. My suggestion, if you feel like you're going through postpartum anxiety and depression, whether you are a mother or you are a father, definitely be aware that you have options. You do not have to follow the status quo or do what everybody else is doing. Definitely check in with yourself and be honest with yourself on things that you feel like would help you pull out of this dark space, or be honest with yourself on things that you feel like are contributing to you being in this dark space. And of course, if it's a healthy, safe thing for you to do to combat those issues, do those things. I would not suggest putting yourself, your child, or anybody else in danger. So any healthy, productive way to deal with whatever emotions you are feeling, definitely do those things, and do not wait for people to give you those permissions to do so. Meaning anybody that is, depending on you in whatever way, shape, or form. Do not allow those people to give you permission to do it. Don't neglect your family. Don't neglect your job. Don't neglect your responsibilities, but definitely make sure you take care of yourself. That would be my number one suggestion to you, is to make sure you take care of yourself. Mindfulness is a very powerful way for you to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, which is, checking in with yourself whenever your emotions are not where they need to be. Like, I feel bad. Why do I feel bad? What is happening right now to me? Or what am I thinking about that is causing me to feel bad? And then ask yourself, what can I do to make myself feel better? Make sure your child is taken care of. Make sure they are fed. Make sure they are changed. Make sure they are burped. Whatever age they're in, make sure you are taking care of your child, yes. But the moment you are able to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to yourself without the distraction of your child, maybe they're taking a nap or they're playing, make sure they're safe, of course. Take those times to take deep breaths, practice mindfulness. Aromatherapy is great. You also have meditation, you have yoga, you have music you can listen to, you can dance, just take a shower, look into those things, to make sure that you are okay. And you have to do that often. Some people think, oh, okay, I can just do that, maybe once every blue moon and I should be okay. No, you need to do that a lot. Like, you need to do that every day if you can, because whenever you are going through those emotions, it is very hard for you to think about anything positive. And whenever you are in that space, it is so easy for you to put yourself in a predicament that you do not want to be in, because it is so hard for you to be happy, to be honest. So don't just do it that one time, that 1 week, that 1 month. Do it every single day, as often as you possibly can. And of course, know this too shall pass. I know that's easier said than done. Forgive me. Please have mercy on me in the comments. I know it's hard, trust me. The last thing you want to hear people telling you is that it's going to be okay, because you haven't slept. Like, there are parents out here that get to sleep when their child is a newborn, and you guys are so lucky. Whenever I had my child, I did not, or whenever my children were born, I did not get a lot of sleep. And the year that I started to experience postpartum anxiety and depression was in 2020. So stress levels were high for a lot of people during those times. I wasn't getting any sleep. I was working at a stressful job. It was a lot of pressure on me. And I just did not know how to deal. So please forgive me, you guys, if I trigger anyone by that statement. It is not meant to offend anybody. I'm just letting you know that it is going to pass. This is not going to last forever unless you want it to, and you don't allow yourself to get out of that state of mind, which I won't recommend for anybody to do. I would just say this is something that does not last forever. Trust me, it does not. It does pass. It does get better. And you do have support, and you have options. You do not have to go and put yourself on a drug that does not help you. You do not have to allow someone to use you as their guinea pig. I'm not saying that that's what my doctors did. I'm not discrediting any doctors out here either. I believe there are a lot of fabulous doctors out here. I'm just saying, if you have somebody that tells you, when you feel this way, this is what you do, and they guide you down a cookie cutter path, if something inside of you is telling you, I need something else, listen to that voice. Do not ignore it, because if you keep ignoring it, you're going to end up in a place that you do not want to be. And the best gift that you can give yourself into the world is a healthy, happy version of yourself. But okay. I didn't want to spend too much time on this topic because, man, I can talk about this for a long time. If this is something that you guys enjoyed, that you want me to talk more about, if you have any questions, of course, feel free to tell me in the comments, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions or do another take on this video. Since I'm a massage therapist, of course, I do want to add to you guys, and no, this is not me selling you on anything. This is just me letting you know, because a lot of people do not know. Postpartum massages are very effective. Massage helps with depression in general. But postpartum anxiety and depression is one of the things that I have found over time that postpartum massage definitely helps with. It helps you manage those emotions. And it's mainly because you are flushing your body of toxins whenever you're getting massages. It's flushing your system out. So that could help with promoting a positive mindset. So I just wanted to add that in case somebody out here noticed that postpartum massage is a thing. I just wanted to let you know, from a massage therapist point of view, it does actually help. There are a lot of clients that come in and get massage after having kids, even when they're pregnant and after having kids, because they've realized that it helps them with sleep, it helps them manage their stress, and it helps them with a lot of other circulatory issues, migraines, you name it. It helps with that. So that's another tip that I would add to you on ways to manage postpartum anxiety and depression. If you are able to go out and get a postpartum massage, I would definitely encourage you to do that, and just add it into your lifestyle as much as you possibly can. But all right, I'm really happy that I was able to film this video for you guys. This is like the third time of me filming this video, and I have been wanting to talk about this for God knows how long. Again, if you guys want to have me spend more time on this topic, if you have any questions, feel free. Don't be afraid to let me know. I enjoy talking to you guys. And as always, much love to you, and talk to you later.